There's so much poverty.
There's so much poverty. How can I make a difference?
How do I know the money I send actually is helping?
Shouldn't I be helping out closer to home?
Closer to home?
Helping out closer to home?
There's so much poverty.
There's so much poverty. How can I make a difference? Make a difference.
Make a difference.
The idea for Freddylink began in Fredericton in 2009, when a few friends wondered aloud if somehow the residents of an entire city could join together to help fight global issues like poverty. But they wanted to form a group that was not sponsored by a specific church, so that all residents, no matter what their religion, could work together to help make the world a better place. They had no idea how to begin, but they knew they'd need an experienced partner, and after a careful search they decided to combine forces with World Vision. Soon after, Freddylink was created and immediately started raising funds and participating in a project in a Haitian community called Cobacol. Cobacol is an agricultural area in Haiti's Central Plateau, where until recently most families could only provide one meal a day. Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, where over 50% of the population lives on less than $1 a day. The Cobacol project is designed to break that cycle of poverty and help rural Haitian families become self-sufficient.
When we were beginning to do this, we had this idea of the community, but we didn't really know how to do it. And so we consulted with the people from the Fredericton community, and they did two things. First of all, they pointed us to Haiti as the place to go, the country to work with. And secondly, they gave us a word of caution. They said, you know, it's really easy to create more damage than good if you're not careful. And so that sent us looking for a reputable organization that we knew could do this well. And we spent a long time looking and settled on World Vision. They have a very excellent community development program, a really good track record, and they were willing to work with us to do this. And this is quite new. This is new for them as well. They've never done this before either. We're partnering a specific community with a specific program in another country. There's no evangelism involved. It's just helping a community in need. I mean, the real goal is to help that community break out of the cycle of poverty and become self-sufficient.
Freddylink arranges for caring Frederictonians to sponsor children in villages throughout Cobacol, but their monthly donations help the whole community of Cobacol as well as their sponsored child.
Standing inside a mother's club in the Cobacol ADP, and it's just so interesting. It's so inspiring to hear the stories of the moms, how their lives and their families are changed through the area development program here, where they're taught family planning and they're taught health and nutrition and water and sanitation. Farmers come and they're a part of the growing process for avocado, orange, coffee, and vegetables, where they in turn take them back to their farms and take them back to their families to grow. Because they use the milk and they use the kids, and it continues to grow and positively affect the families in the surrounding area.
We got to actually meet the people and hear their stories. And they could tell you, this is where we were before Freddylink came, and this is where we are now. And you could really see the hope of change.
Fredericton loves Haiti, and they have been connected for years, and this is certainly an interesting opportunity for us. And we had chosen, my husband and I, a little girl who was similar in age to our little girl. And meeting her for the first time was just, you know that it's going to be overwhelming, but you can't really prepare yourself for it. Because suddenly this little girl on a picture on your fridge turns into a living, breathing human being who is shy and unsure of herself and adorable. I had the opportunity to meet her mother as well. And so suddenly it started to just make the connection for me that this little girl wasn't just a little girl that I was helping, but I was helping her mother and that family to come alongside and give their daughter the things that they long to do. I found out that she actually had an 18-month-old son, and I had an 18-month-old son at the time. So I felt like our families just made a deeper connection. And it became less about my sponsor child and more about that family that I partner with. And it was very moving. Her mother leaned over and kissed me on the cheek and said, "Thank you, we are the same. You and I have the same for our children."
The Cobacol Development Plan is founded on a holistic approach because the community decides what it needs. Haitians and Canadians work together to create the details of the 15-year plan. Not only are there basic needs to be met, such as education and clean water, but other community-specific needs as well, such as specific types of vocational training. Because the Cobacol project has such a long development cycle, it covers a whole generation, and so the project is truly transforming the community from the ground up, overcoming malnutrition, providing education, and greatly improving health and economic opportunities. But perhaps the most important contribution the project leaves behind is a new generation of community leaders, healthy, educated, articulate, and self-confident. They are the foundation of a bright Haitian future. To learn more about Freddylink and what you can do to help, please visit www.freddylink.com